Welcome to Reporting Forms and Where to Find Them. If you're watching this, you are probably a club president just starting your reporting, or you could be a reporting person, or you could be someone who's just interested, and that's fine too. But we're going to start by talking about reporting today. And where to find those forms is on the website, gfwcmi.com. And so we are going to share that page right now, and it is again gfwcmi.com. And since I've already found it once, it's giving me index, but I promise it is gfwcmi.com. And in fact, we'll go ahead and reload and you can see that that's the page. Once you get there, if you've never been here before, and if you've not saved your login, you're going to see this page. It is the homepage, and anyone who types in gfwcmi.com will come to this page. Across the top, there are 5 tabs that they could choose. Home, About, Projects, Membership, and Clubs. We're going to give you access to so much more today via the member login. So over here on the left side of your screen, you see a red button with white letters that says Member Login. Once you click that, you're coming to the login page, and it's asking for your username. Every district has its own username and password. If you're not sure what the username and password is for your district, you may ask your club president, you may ask your district president, or you may send an email to webmastergfwcmi@gmail.com. And I'm going to say that one more time, more slowly. Webmaster, all one word, obviously, gfwcmi@gmail.com. webmastergfwcmi@gmail.com. And we will be happy to help you. Please do not share district passwords among different districts. I know you like to be helpful. I know you have friends in every district out there, but we're trying to keep each district to its own password so that when we have to change a password for some reason that's usually not a good one, we only have to affect one district, not all of them. So if you could keep that in mind, we'd appreciate it. I usually log in as myself because I have some additional abilities to do some changes on the website. But I'm going to log in for my district today, and my district is East Central. And you can see I've logged in a number of times, but I'm going to point out to you every username is all one word. So I'm going to start there. Every username, with the exception of the Upper Peninsula, has one capital letter, and that's the first letter. Every district except the Upper Peninsula only has the first letter capitalized. The Upper Peninsula has a capital U and a capital P, but it's still one word. Every password will start with 3 numbers, and they're not the same for each district, just so you know. They start with 3 numbers, and every password ends with an exclamation mark. So everyone will end with an exclamation mark, and then the words between the numbers and the exclamation mark are different for each district. So you're not going to see mine because I'm not going to do show password. I don't remember if I put the exclamation mark at the end, so let me put it in one more time. All right, so you have the option to click Remember Me here. That means that once you've logged into the member section once, the next time you go to gfwcmi.com, it will take you straight to the members section. It will continue to do that until your cache and your cookies are cleared. So you don't have to remember that password every time. I'm not going to click it, but there's the box if you want to. Once we log in, you're going to see more tabs across the top. So now we have Home, About, Projects, Directors, Membership. So we have Directors, that's new, Documents is new, Bylaws is new, and Events is a new tab as well. You will see events sitting right here. If they're on our calendar, they'll sit right here. You have the option, if you have the option, to register for them. Once you click on this event, it will take you to the registration page. And you can currently today still register for the Michigan Leads Forum. So if I were to click on this, it would take me to the registration page. All right, but we are most interested in getting to those documents. So we're going to look at documents. I added a couple of categories. So you will note that right at the top is reporting 2024. Now, when you go in, if by some chance it's not the top one, just look for reporting 2024. The name is not going to change. It's going to stay the same, and click on reporting 2024. I'm going to point out that we have newsletters now in the newsletter section, which is new. The October, November eyes are in there, as is the 2024 September state newsletter. When the November newsletter comes out, I will make it available here as well. And then we've added previous administrations. Currently, I'm at 8 previous administrations yearbooks. The past administration, previous administrations newsletters are not up there yet. And I will continue to add as we go, but those are new, so that's kind of exciting. So I pulled the reporting forms out of the forms because there are a lot of forms that we need. If we look in this form, you're going to see forms for all kinds of things that aren't Education Foundation. So the scholarship for nursing and fine arts, the club officer, new club officer form, the new club form, the dues form are all in forms, but reporting and pulling out separately because I think that it will help you to find them better. So once you click on reporting 2024, you're going to see 4 forms. District presidents. You will have specific forms that will be emailed to you in February for your position. These are the forms that are needed for the club presidents. We may put both up, and if so, we'll do a separate category that will be reporting district presidents, reporting club presidents. But currently, the reporting 2024 is for the club presidents, and you can see you have a reporting guide. These are directions that you can look at and read through that President Raylan has put together. And then you will see the 3 forms that you might use for reporting: the report narratives, the statistical report, and the honor score form. The honor score form and the statistical report are the ones that are so very important that we get to the state, and then the state gets to international. That's how we tally the numbers, how international lets Congress know, here's how many volunteer hours are behind GFWC. This is what we're looking to support. We want to support the legislation that's talking about protecting victims of sexual trafficking. We're looking to protect women, right? So that's why the statistical and honor score form are very important. The narrative forms are what is used for us to know, us meaning GFWC Michigan, sorry, for GFWC Michigan to be aware of what you've done. And you do some very incredible programming, and it's cool to be able to share that to other people. And these are the things then that at convention, the district presidents and the CSP people go up and go, this was my favorite program. And they kind of, they congratulate you and they brag on you because you've done a wonderful job. And that's what the report narratives are for. So please, if you can, do those report narratives. That's important. Okay, so now we found the forms. The next question is, what do we do? So I'm on Chrome. So my computer is an Apple. I'm using my browser is Chrome, and you can see that right up here at the top. I'm using Chrome for my browser. A lot of people use Chrome now, and so I wanted to show you Chrome. What will happen for some of these things, some of these forms, you'll have an option to view it. You don't on these, and that's okay, but you have an option to view it. When you can view something, it will open it in a new window, but you still need to download it and save it. So for these, the option is to download and save. The details don't tell you anything. You can certainly click on them. We'll click on one so I can show you. It shows you what type of a file it is, how big it is, well, the name. Here's what kind, here's when it was created, here's when it was updated. Now the created date and the updated date, you see 10/6 of 2024 and 11/5 of 2024. So you can see these are indeed from 2024. Now you have the option to download it. So for me, for Chrome, when I hit download, it's going to open up a window that's going to ask me, where do I want to save it? The saving is the most important part. I know that you heard this in your Zoom, but I also know that you heard a lot of information in your Zoom. So I'm going to repeat one thing for you. And it's helpful for me. So I'm going to repeat it in hopes that it's helpful for you. When you name your form, it not only helps you find it, but when you send it off to the reporting chair and the state president, they can find you by club. So naming the file is important. And you'll notice that where it has a save as here is highlighted. That means I can change the name. I'm only going to go up in front and click right in front. And you can see I have a blinking cursor in front of that 2 in 2024. I'm going to put my club name. I am not going to include GFWC. I'm not going to include GFWC. So my club is technically, the full name is the GFWC Swartz Creek Women's Club. I'm going to use Swartz, if I can spell it correctly, so sorry, Swartz Creek 2024 honor score form. If I were to start with GFWC, all of the clubs in GFWC Michigan whose names start with GFWC would mean that when our reporting chair goes to look for files to send out to the district presidents, they'd have to comb through every single GFWC file. And the file names that you see when you're looking at something aren't usually long enough to get you past that to know where you're from. When I start with Swartz Creek, or you start with Lake Orion, or you start with Mount Pleasant, or you start with Menominee, or you start with Big Rapids, right? Then those names show up and it makes it much, much easier for the reporting chair, GFWC Michigan's first vice president, Diane, to send the district presidents the correct files that they need to do their judging. So please name it with just your club name. Do not include GFWC. All right. So also my suggestion, just a suggestion, is to save it to the desktop because then it's going to be right there. I'm going to have to go through and clean out my files. But I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and I'm going to show you why. Because it's Chrome, mine also comes up here at this point. It says, hey, this is the download button. So if I click that, it's going to show me, hey, there's my form. So if I can't find it in my desktop and I open up my browser again, that download history is still right here. And if you've downloaded a number of things, you can then go into here and do full download history and you'll be able to see all those things. And I'm not going to do that, but you can see I've been working today trying to get forms where they're supposed to go and put them where they're supposed to go and do all the stuff that's supposed to be done. So you have a couple of places to find them. And now once you've done that, now you can go ahead and start working in that form. If you were to open it up and not save it, there's the potential that you will lose all the work that you've done. You cannot just pull up a file and not save it and put work in and have it still be there. You have to save it. So I suggest saving it and naming it first. So that is how you get into the website, gfwcmi.com, using your district username and password. It's how you go to documents across the top and you click on that, and then you click on reporting and you get the 4 forms that you need, the 4 pieces of information that you need. One of them is not a form. The club president reporting guide with the directions is not a form, but it is information that you can use. So hopefully this has been helpful. 3 of our districts do have tech personnel available to help you. So the Southeast District has Terry Podeska. Terry, thank you. You may certainly reach out to Terry if you're in the Southeast District, and she will be happy to help you with any of these reporting questions that are technical in nature. If you have reporting questions that are about content, please contact First VP Diane. She is the reporting chair and she would be the one to answer those questions. If you are in the UP, you have, I believe it's Melissa White, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I, for some reason, have a really hard time with this one, keeping it straight in my mind. I think it's Melissa, and if it's not, I'm so sorry, but it's in the yearbook correctly. So if you're in the UP, please go to the yearbook. Please find out. And if I am wrong, I'm going to send her a personal note and apologize. And I'm going to put it on a Post-it note so I have it. So that's the Upper Peninsula. If you're in the East Central District, you may get a hold of Brianna Burns. or you can get a hold of me, Teresa Cannon, and we can help you. If you're in any of the other districts, please send an email to webmastergfwcmi@gmail.com, and we will get back with you and we will help you. Let us know if you'd prefer a phone call. Make sure we have your phone number, and please let us know the question that you have, because sometimes it's a question that we need to look up an answer for before we get in touch with you. If an email works for you, just send the email and we'll reply. If you prefer a phone call, just let us know. Thank you so much and happy reporting.